You're still looking good.
I'm still feeling good. You know, I've got all your MyPillow products. Mattress topper, bed sheets, MyPillows, towels, slippers, blankets.
I'm interrupting this commercial to do something I've never done before. Get 2 MyPillows absolutely free on orders of $100 or more. I can't do this forever, so get on board with this great sale today. Our best-selling 6-piece bath towel sets or kitchen towel sets, just $29.98. Our famous standard MyPillows only $14.98. Queens $18.98. King size only $1 more. Body pillows $29.98. Multi-use MyPillow 2.0s with pillowcase $9.98. Save $40 on our spring percale Giza Dream bed sheet sets. Any size, any color. So go to MyPillow.com or call that number on your screen. Use your promo code to save up to 80% on all MyPillow products. And when you spend $100 or more, get 2 standard MyPillows absolutely free.
Hi, everybody. I'm Bianca Della Garza, and you have to check out Gene Valentino's Grassroots Truthscast podcast. I was a guest. He has the best guests always. Check him out.
16, a good-looking Friday, and it's always a better Friday when we pick up the third part of our program, none other than the Velvet Hammer, Gene Valentino.
Gene is with us, but before we get started, we have to talk about winning.
We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning, and you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more.
We have to win more. And we are always winning when we have our friend Gene Valentino here with us. Good morning, Gene.
How many presidents can list these accomplishments in just 1 month on the job? Win, 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 win. Oh, my words. The Democrats, on the other hand, in Congress, just can't take it. Walking out of Congress during the presidential speech, behaving like a bunch of children, unprecedented unto itself. He's accomplished in that first 43 days, now approaching 6 weeks, but in that first 43 days, he's accomplished more, Michael, than any other president in the United States of America. I'm not surprised. What I'm more surprised at, and I shouldn't be, is the bad behavior emanating from the Democrat Party's side. We talked about it over 4 years, did we not? The complete meltdown of the Democrat Party. I just didn't expect it to be so pervasive and so evident and in your face as we've seen in the last 6 weeks.
You know, I think about all the only thing that Democrats can do, because they hold no levers of power, the only thing that they can do is go through the court system and try to, slow down Donald Trump, try to, kind of make him limp along with his progress that he's making. And I had this thought last night. I wanted to run this by you and see what you thought about it. And also, if there's anybody in the audience, maybe, or somebody watching this video, which, very well could be after the show, because we record this and put it on the web and people can go back and watch it. But it's interesting to me that the president has the power to issue executive orders. And if he has that power, why can't he issue an executive order that says no more nationwide restraining orders will be issued by federal district court judges? I think this is where he needs to go with this. Who do we know that can get this idea to the president? Let's try it. And the worst case scenario is it goes to the Supreme Court, which is what we want to do anyway.
Well, the last word was the key. We talked about that in the past too, didn't we? It was the Supreme Court. We need constitutional amendments. Now, when we have a supermajority, because of these antics the Democrats are revealing, this last few, they're not even Democrat moderates or slightly liberal. They're like off the chart extremists that even many of the midstream moderate Democrats are fleeing from. The point is, it's gone so far to the left that even the mainstream Democrats realize they're about to lose the midterm elections as well, which gets to my point of what you were saying. with a supermajority, 66% or more, in the House and in the Senate, we can pass, it'll be the easiest time ever in American history. We can pass those constitutional amendments, which people up to now have been saying, oh, that'll never happen. We need a convention of states because you'll never get Congress to get on board. That's probably true. But the fact is, it'll be so weighted in favor of the Republicans, with a supermajority that will have the ability now to begin the process of putting key constitutional amendments in place. Folks, I have them listed on my own website, www.genevalentino.com. I refer to it as Gene's Second Bill of Rights. These are an additional 11 amendments to the Constitution, and one of those amendments is a penalty, a personal penalty of felony proportion against congressmen and women, their agents and assigns, any officers or appointees of an elected official that perpetrates a fraud and uses the weight and power of government office to selectively prosecute the political opponents is an absolute felony that is punishable with direct financial and consequences of imprisonment. This is an absolute must. It must go through. You tell me, just on face, the hundreds of millions of dollars Nancy Pelosi has made off her $170,000 a year salary as Congresswoman? Hell no. She was using her insight and what she knew. This is just one small example. What she knew to telegraph to her husband or someone on Wall Street to buy or sell stock based on what she knew was coming down. We have too many people in government who have had their fingers on the buttons and the dials, if you will, controlling the future. This is exactly why Donald Trump has now moved toward the notion of a Bitcoin technology and has Mr. Zaks running a cryptocurrency conference that he's going to put together to bring to the table a new generation of thinking. Michael, it's not just about the dollar anymore. It's about what the dollar represents. It's not just about the paper the dollar is printed on. It's what that dollar represents. And the same thing now extends to cryptocurrency. I'm using this as a specific example to thwart, to quash the Nancy Pelosi's of the world having control over the marketplace where they are controllers and architects of the law to favor their own personal pocketbooks. This is where it's going under Donald Trump, and we're seeing it in firsthand. Now, to his speech the other night, which is how you started, he talked about using now a scalpel rather than a hatchet. Was there not a similar comment from Gino Valentino here 2 years prior? Yeah. Did I not say, what was it? You say it. A feather instead of a chainsaw.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's look, they came out guns blazing, no question about it. But they need to, because what happens is you get people nervous. People don't know what's going on. People can't keep up with what's going on fast enough. So they get nervous and they start to complain to their Congress and stuff like, you got to slow down a little bit and precisely go after exactly what it is that you want to cut and just cut it. And I think Elon should really stay a little more low key. I think they should cut these things and stop announcing it.
Well, I think that's happening. I think in a very clever way, while Zelensky abroad is damaging a strategy Trump had in place. Locally, he's been dancing around with trying to get Elon to use the right, what's the word, level of energy on the various Doge topics that he's investigating. God bless Elon Musk. What are the wealthiest man in the world, no income, steps up to take this thankless job to try to find the waste and corruption within our own government that fellow congressmen and women were not able to do. Obama and Biden bragged about it, that they were trying to do things regarding efficiency of government and failed. In fact, Obama put his vice president, Joe Biden, head of a efficiency task force of sorts. How did that turn out?
Yeah, that's like putting the fox in charge of the hen house, right?
Exactly. No, I'm very pleased. Back to your point on the president's speech, the Dems acted like a bunch of babies. They have reached a new low. This is, they say the deepest hole ever, and they still keep digging. I didn't expect that we could go any lower in this bottom of the pit, but the Democrats have now caused America to. Now, here's the problem. America is, and our democracy, our constitutional republic in the United States specifically, is a two-party system design. The problem is, if one of the two parties is absolutely so bad and so corrupt, do you admonish that party, or do you do away with it completely and create a new second party? Because the door swings back, right? We've talked openly and candidly that the Republican Party itself doesn't walk on water. They have had their rhinos and their own level of bad behavior, and the two-party system is supposed to be a checks and balance of that bad behavior by offering platforms and positions and policies. The problem is, while the Democrats behave so ludicrous in their manner, they offer nothing in return except whining and screaming. Everything reverts to racism, white male dominance, and the silly issues of woke and DEI, which are no longer the principal issues that this nation's facing. Donald Trump is focusing on those issues. And heads up, remember, you might term divert, deflect, and distract. We're talking about Doge and the efficiencies of government right now, just after the Trump speech the other night before Congress. Well, what's really going on? Gino's 3Ds. Heads up on Hamas. You're going to see something pop up in the next 48 hours, not 48 days. In the next 48 hours, I predict a surprise attack by the United States against the head of the snake, Iran, and Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Houthis, all of these insurgents, agents for Iran, who were trying to destroy the Jewish state. And guess what? So what does Trump do? I'm going to go over there and we're going to create a resort called the Hamas resort over in the Gaza resort over in the Gaza Strip. Oh, what did it do? It sent all the Arabs in the Arab states into a frenzy. No. We can't have Trump running over, creating his own little resort. So we, the Arabs, will step up with billions of dollars and help Israel create its own resort. Do you remember Elliot Chodoff we had on, senior defense official, intelligence expert for Israel? We had him on just days after the attack on October 7th, 2023. He'll be my guest on Gene Valentino's Grassroots Truthcast this Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. And we hope to know by then if Israel will have been supported by a counterattack or some sort of action on the part of Donald Trump and the United States forces to quash Hamas in particular, Iran in general. We'll see, but we've got a report coming up. And Michael, as I've done in the past, I'll make sure you have it here on WMXI, and then I'm sending it over to Newsmax.
Yeah, good. We'll probably maybe listen to that and take portions of that and play it sometime during the week, or maybe even on your show coming up next Friday. One of the things I did want to point out, we got less than a minute left, but I thought it was hilarious. Trump is trolling the Democrats. He loves doing it. He called out Stacey Abrams, the former gubernatorial candidate, an election denier in Atlanta, Georgia. He said that she was, she was basically taking $2 billion from the feds to do whatever it is that she does, which is work against Republicans, right? So I thought that was hilarious. I wanted to know what you thought about it.
Well, that's exactly where my constitutional amendment is going. In the limited time, we've got to prosecute her and people like her. These shows you and I do need to call out these people by name. They need to serve time in jail and make the American people whole again for what they have stolen from this nation. The use of their office for personal gain is a felony crime and should be punishable. They should not be insulated from prosecution, and that's where this has to go.
Thank you so much for joining us, Gene Valentino, the Velvet Hammer. We'll see you again next week.
Throughout history, the spirit of patriotism has prevailed. The battles may have changed, but the values remain the same. Today, in 2024, we find ourselves at a pivotal moment where the call for unity, freedom, and a better future echoes louder than ever. For more than 10 years, Patriot Mobile has been committed to supporting the values that make our nation great. With affordable plans and reliable nationwide coverage, Patriot Mobile is not just a wireless service. It's a call to action for those who believe in the American dream. Because this year is not just any year, it's the most important year since our nation's founding. Choose a wireless carrier that shares your values. Choose Patriot Mobile.